Hey guys, Jason here. Today I'm bringing you a tutorial on the different parts of an arrow. Now, I just happen to have the Genesis 1820 Easton arrow, and it happens to be about 30 inches long. Now, warning, arrows are expensive. So first of all, you don't want to damage them. If you do, you want to figure out how to replace them. Hence why all the parts of an arrow are designed to be replaced. For instance, this arrow right here cost me $5. To buy a dozen is like $60. So again, not cheap, but you're getting your quality out of them. So let's go into the video. The first part is called the arrowhead, and that's the tip. This is made out of metal, and it's most likely never going to get damaged. It's removable, and they're cheap to replace, but it takes a tool to remove, and like I said, you're not going to notice them get damaged. I mean, I fired the same arrow probably at least 1,000 times in my career just this year, and have not seen even a scratch on the metal. It's strong, it's durable, and it's aerodynamic. The next part of your arrow is called the shaft. It's this piece right here. It's the base of your arrow, and honestly, you're not going to see much happen to this besides the end. Now, sometimes you hear it called the upper shaft and the lower shaft, but most people just call it the shaft. When you're firing this into a target, you'll notice you get a lot of collection of dust and dirt on the ends of this. It doesn't really damage your arrow. I have a video I'll put in the description of how to clean your arrows, but you'll notice that the paint will chip on the actual end, or what we call the lower shaft. It does not damage the metal. What you're seeing is the paint is, like I said, getting chipped. And I have not noticed any difference in the aerodynamics or the control of my arrow. Now, after probably 5,000 to 6,000 shots, you're going to notice it get damaged. But for a good amount of shots, you're not going to have any damage, but a little color distortion where it doesn't, scratches the paint off, and all you see is metal, which more is, appeal than anything else. Now, on the top of your upper shaft, you have what we call the fletchings. Now, as you notice, we have 2 red and 1 yellow. Now, you might ask yourself why. Well, when you put this on a bow, you put the 2 colors are the same inward, you snap this into the bowstring, and this is the opposite color of the 2, that are the same color, points outward. It's designed this way, and they even put this piece in right here to hold it. Now, which, if you don't know, this piece is called the Nock. Okay, so this is where it gets a little tricky. They're called the fletchings, right? But they're also called the vans. Now, for most of the stuff I've read, when they're all together on the arrow, they're called the fletchings. When they're apart from the arrow, they're called the vans. Now, these things aren't very cheap, but if you buy them in mass quantity, like a school might, you might get them for a decent cost. These things I have seen replaced dozens of times. I mean, these things get replaced all the time because, you have all the arrows. If you're doing really good and they're all shooting together, these things are going to damage real quick. So the nice part about it is you don't have to buy a brand new arrow. Again, you just snap new vans in or fletchings. Everyone on my team just calls them fletchings, but when I got into more details on like vlogs and stuff on how people classify arrows, people get really, really official on how they want to call it. But for all intents and purposes, I think fletchings are perfectly fine to say. Again, if you want to get different colors, you can. And that's one nice thing is there's Easton makes 14 different colors. And that's nice too because if you're shooting with other people on your team, it's easy to identify who you're shooting with. And another thing, I've run into this when you are at tournaments, you're shooting against someone that might have the same color. So it kind of sucks. So that's why it's always nice to have multiple different colors here, because you get a little variety and it lets you have a personality in your arrows. Last part is called the Nock. Now the Nock is the most likely thing to break or someone to get replaced for 2 reasons. Not necessarily to break, but to get not configured right. Like I said before, you had to have it perfectly even. This opening has to attach to the bowstring and have a perfect linear line right here. If it even turns 10 degrees, it's not going to snap. It's going to snap on wrong, and it's going to catch on this fletching or catch on this fletching. So the problem about this is you have to make sure this is perfect. This is probably one of the simplest things to fix, and most archery teams come with a fixing tool. You get a little set of things that help you put on the arrowhead and help you put on the fletchings. It also helps you put on the Nock. But again, these things can get specialized colors too. So you could have a different color arrow, 2 different color fletchings, and a different color Nock. So a lot of personality you can put into your arrows. Just really nice though too. These snap in like I said, and the nice part about it is, again, you break a part of your arrow, you can fix it. And honestly, when you're paying $5 an arrow, you want to be able to fix as much as you can. Hey guys, thanks for watching this. I really appreciate your views, and I hope that I could help you guys learn different parts of your arrow. Have a great day.